Ezra Miller is a supervillain. So as legal issues continue to arise for the Flash star, the actor has apparently deleted their Instagram account, and reports are that a court attempting to serve charges against him are unable to locate him or them. Sorry. The actor is expressing legal issues. He's experiencing legal issues in Hawaii, Massachusetts, and North Dakota. Basically, he's got trouble all over the globe. The actor's verified Instagram account vanished this week, and apparently so has he himself. Boy is on the run. According to the Los Angeles Times, an Instagram representative confirmed the account was user disabled. This just after days of a North Dakota tribal court issued a protective order against Miller due to allegations that Miller had groomed an 18-year-old from the beginning at the age of 12. Other social media users have begun reposting the images Miller allegedly shared on his Instagram account before deleting them. The pictures quoted, "You cannot touch me. I am in another universe." A lengthy paragraph about Miller shedding them from the negative people and their ill intent. Warner Brothers has even indicated that even if no more allegations surface, the studio won't likely keep Miller in the Flash role or in future DC films. Likely? This dude is he's a whole supervillain, yo. We thinking this guy is a Flash, and he's actually Reverse Flash. He's the Riddler. This guy, Ezra Miller is a wild boy. That's all I can say. He is wild. I really hope that Ezra is stopped. I hope they bring him to justice and he gets the help he deserves. But we all know he'll break out of Gotham. He'll break out of Arkham, and he'll go right back into the streets, terrorizing young girls again, and posting about it on Instagram, and then deleting it. Oh my God. DC, you gotta get rid of this guy. Fast. Oh my God. But that's just what I think. What about y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek?
DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. I got a question, do you speak geek? New episodes on the podcast dropping each week. Get hip to the game, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. Flavor for your ears, bars flowing on unique beats. Blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks. The Source Wall Wednesday dropping comics you should cop. I think you ought to peep. Don't sleep on Dono and Nix. They preaching the gospel, real ish, ill like mono, they sick. Thumb life if you're into games with combos and kicks. This podcast is a gift, it's as real as it gets. Blurs taking over, with clever marketing we gain exposure. Feeding the community magic, your boy's a nerd promoter. The dialogue is Jimmy Crackcorn, we aiming for gold. The truth was told, I can't speak for other platforms. Sharp as cats out like knives, claws, and tack thorns. We blacking out, going crazy like a black storm. DYSG, don't forget to follow back. Hosting on the airwaves, always keeping it a stack. Flowers to my haters, psych, I ain't giving y'all jack. #1 on the charts, give your boy a gold plaque.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome, everyone. Blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks. This is DYSG, episode 121. I am your host, Nix, and I want to thank everybody who has been rocking with me thus far. For all my listeners, all my subscribers, all the followers, all the family and friends, thank y'all for kicking it with me. And if you are new to this thing, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. This is the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest inside of the geek realm with news and reviews just for y'all, wrapped up in a nice little geeky bow. Hopefully y'all like it. Shout out to all the new subscribers and new followers. If you are a podcast listener and you want to find us, we are everywhere. So please check out anywhere you get your podcast. Search for Do You Speak Geek and give us a nice little subscribe. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. We got the blog there, the merch. Please cop the merch. We got the socials there. We have maybe a little surprise coming soon. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, DoYouSpeakGeek.com. Save it as a favorite. And follow us on social media, of course. Facebook at DYSGFB. Twitter at DYSG_tweets. Twitch at DYSG_games. And at Instagram, TikTok, and Quirk Chat at Do You Speak Geek. The YouTube channel, the only place where you can find the Dano and Daddy Show. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave comments. We want to know what y'all think. Yo, shout out to everybody out in Philly, PA who hit up HNICon. I heard it was dope. Unfortunately, I could not be in attendance. But yo, shout out to my man Kurt, man. King Kurt, man. That's my guy. I love that brother like nobody else, man. That's my dude, man. That I have not only become, I guess, I want to say a peer to this guy, but I have learned so much just by watching him and just, you know, the few conversations he and I have had. I have definitely learned a lot from Head Nurse in Charge. So shout out to Head Nurse in Charge. Shout out to Teffy, Goddess Odd, Ani Sassy. Shout out to everybody over there. Black Unicorn Cosplay. Kurt, I'm super proud of you, man. Super, super proud of you. HNICon was a success. Sorry I missed it. But I definitely, if I got to walk my ass there next year, I'm going to be there. Not going to miss the next one. And on the 21st, y'all pull up to Candy B Cosplay's page. I will be on Candid Convos with Candy B. Shout out to Candy. I can't wait for that interview. That's going to be great. So y'all pull up and come see what I got to say. All right? Let's go ahead and hop into these reviews. Y'all know what we do about this time. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
All right, people. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Yo, the game more than lives up to the legacy of the Turtles arcade games that has inspired it. It's fun, simple gameplay, excellent co-op for up to 6 players online, charming pixel-based art style that will surely give 90s kids who were riding the wave of nostalgia all the way to the end that good feeling. Check this one out. It is insanely good. Starship Troopers, Terran Command. A competent asymmetrical RTS, but its only substantial mode is a single-player game campaign that takes a while to warm up to. Available on PC. Check that out if that's what you're into. Players, Season 1. Players from American Vandals, Tony Yacinda and Dan Perriott is a hilarious and captivating look at the behind-the-scenes and in front of the camera drama of a popular but frustrated League of Legends sports team. It evokes much of the greatness of American Vandal, but flips the script a bit by building toward a big tournament showdown filled with complex comp-ups and perfect payoffs. You may even come to love the most abrasive personalities here due to super great storytelling. Definitely shed some light on the esports world. Check that one out. Lightyear, featuring striking visuals, strong performances, and a love out loud lesbian relationship that we're thrilled to see on screen. All of those things deserve a stronger story though. It's a fun watch that will keep kids and adults entertained, but Lightyear just doesn't live up to the Pixar's usual standards. 3 end credit scenes, check that one out when y'all get a chance. And finally, we have Spiderhead, an original sci-fi film. It's on Netflix about prisoners, experimental drugs, and the nature of consent. Joseph Kosinski's Spiderhead begins as an engaging sensory experiment led by Chris Hemsworth as a slimy tech mogul and Miles Teller as a willing inmate. Despite a few too many controversial turns, it remains a worthwhile watch. I watched the trailer, and the fact that I was listening to Chris Hemsworth use an American accent, I was just like, ugh, stop talking like that. Why are you doing that? I'm so used to hearing his voice like Thor, but decent movie. Check that one out. Giving you the chance. Let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week, we have Dark Crisis, Young Justice, number 1. Crises have always had devastating impacts on the generation of heroes that make up Young Justice, and Dark Crisis will hit them even harder. Tim Drake, Impulse, and Superboy go missing during the Justice League's funeral. The only person concerned enough to find them, Cassie Sandsmark, aka Wonder Girl. But the 3 boys of Young Justice aren't on this earth anymore. They're on the world of their dreams, one they may never want to leave. Pretty good book, y'all. Check this one out. New Fantastic Four number 1. Spider-Man, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Hulk. With these unlikely heroes first banded together to become the new Fantastic Four, they made Marvel history. Now, this fan favorite team returns in an all-new adventure written by Peter David. Set shortly after the events of the group's first appearance, brace yourself for a wild ride and guest stars aplenty, including the original Fantastic Four, plus a series of mystery villains that you'll never see coming. I'm definitely gonna pick this one up. Black Adam number 1. There is no forgiveness for Black Adam. This is the reality Teth Adam, an immortal man of indomitable will, must face when he discovers he has been infected with an incurable plague destroying his immortality. Haunted by the specter of centuries of dark deeds, Black Adam transfers his powers to a worthy successor who will redeem Adam's legacy and defend their ancestral homeland of Kahndaq, only to subsequently become mystically handcuffed to him when Adam's plague is arrested, giving birth to perhaps the most volatile and dysfunctional super team in DC history. This is going to be a great ride, y'all. Ride the lightning. Let's get it with this one. Marvel's Voices Pride number 1. Hot off a GLAAD award-winning nomination for 2021's anthology, Marvel's Voices Pride returns for a jam-packed celebration of LGBTQI+ characters and creators. New York Best Time Seller award-winning author Charlie Jan Anders introduces a new hero to the Marvel Universe, and it won't be the last time you see them. Get in on the ground floor here, people. Iron Man scribe and lauded TV showrunner Christopher Cantwell takes on Moondragon's complex legacy of a heart-bending story across space and time. Schuster and Eisner-winning writer Andrew Wheeler makes his Marvel debut with the MU's Real God Love, Hercules. Nebula, World Fantasy, and Locust Award-winning Elisa Wong reunites the Young Avengers in a story guaranteed to please fans new and old. And that's just the first slice of the rainbow. Marvel's Universes continues the groundbreaking anthology series with another swoon-worthy glimpse of the world outside your window. This is going to be a dope one. Finally glad Marvel got on board because DC's been killing it all month. But let's see what Marvel has. Let's check it out. Aquaman and the Flash Void Song number 1. They descend suddenly from the stars in monumental ships like floating cathedrals. They are touched by a dark and terrible force from beyond our reality. silent but for the one note they emit that freezes all motion. Their mission: to drain the earth of all its kinetic energy and leave it in a lifeless hulk. They never expected anyone could escape their song, but the Flash was in the Speed Force when they struck, and Aquaman was in the deepest ravine far below the ocean's floor. Those heroes have little in common. They've rarely even fought side by side without fellow Justice League members. Now they must find a way to work together against impossible odds to save the world and the people they love. Yo, a first time team up with Aquaman and Flash? I can dig it. Let's see what the two can do together. Let's see. Milestones in history number 1. Yo, this was a good one. Celebrate Black history as the superpowered citizens of Dakota, including Static, Icon, Rocket, Hardware, and more, narrate the true stories of Black trailblazers from across human history. Witness the military campaigns of Hannibal and the Queen of Sheba, the literary accomplishments of Alexandre Dumas, the World War I dogfights of Eugene Bullard against the legendary Red Baron, and many, many more, all written and drawn by a who's who of comics and literary talent. This one is dope. This one is dope. I say again, this one is dope. We're gonna get this one. And finally, we have Duo number 2. Kelly Vu and David Kim, partners in both life and science, miraculously survived a horrible attack, but Kelly's body was sacrificed in the process. Now both their consciousnesses live within David's brain, and things only get more complicated as a detective begins investigating David for Kelly's murder. Far above their heads, powerful forces lie in wait for the right moment to finish what they started and end David and Kelly once and for all. Yo, Duo was a come out of a nowhere punch last month. This book is fire, yo. Please get this one and any other books that I mentioned. Go pick them up this Wednesday at your local comic book store. Now in Sourcewall news, bad news, sad news, Tim Sale, the artist behind iconic Batman stories, including The Long Halloween, has died. The news was broken via a tweet posted on his official Twitter account. It's with a heavy sadness that I must announce that Tim Sale has passed away today. He passed with the love of his life beside him, and he loves you all very much. Please share photos and stories under this post, as we hope to share them with the community the tweet read. During his life, Sale had worked alongside comic book writer Jeff Loeb to illustrate the panels of acclaimed Batman comics like Batman The Long Halloween, Batman Noir Dark Victory, and Catwoman When in Rome, among others. These Batman comics are considered one of the best of the Caped Crusader, equally revered for their dark, character-driven stories and equally compelling art. Tim Sale was 66. Rest in peace, Tim Sale. Your artwork is incredible, and your genius will be missed. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder! Thunder! Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude.
I am the villain of the story.
All right, people, buckle up. We got a lot of news, and watch this. Let's get it going. Joker 2 is rumored to be a musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Now, Miss Gaga is allegedly in early talks to star as Harley Quinn alongside Joaquin Phoenix in a sequel to 2019's Joker that sources say very well may be a musical. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, details on Lady Gaga's potential take on Harley Quinn are being kept under wraps, but it would be different than Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, as the characters would be in separate DC universes. The Hollywood Reporter has nothing else to say about the potential of the sequel to Joker being a musical, which would obviously be a big change as the first one was not, but the Hollywood Reporter's sources did share that Warner Brothers has yet to actually close a deal to bring Phoenix back to the role of Joker. This is all despite Phoenix appearing in director Todd Phillips' Instagram post revealing that the Joker sequel is in the works with the title For Their Due. Speaking of Phillips, this casting would make sense as he was a producer on A Star Is Born, the film that starred Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I have zero problems at all with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. I watched her in House of Gucci. I thought she was brilliant. I think she'd kill it as Harley Quinn. However, as a musical, I'm not completely on board. I'm not completely sold, but unlike other nerds, I will give it a chance. I'm not going to completely shit on it and say, oh my God, what is DC doing? It's going to be horrible. It's going to suck. I'm a fan of musicals. I like musicals. Now, a comic book musical? I don't know. It's giving me, it's giving me those same vibes a little bit that we saw at the end of Hawkeye, but, we'll see. I will give it a chance. Who knows? It might be awesome. Who knows? But Gaga as Harley Quinn, I am 100% on board. Let's get it. Matilda. Hey, Matilda's coming back. Emma Thompson completely transforms into evil Miss Trunchbull. Yo, Netflix dropped a trailer for the upcoming film adaptation of Roald Dahl's Matilda the musical. Here we go, another musical. And there's a new Miss Trunchbull in town. Thompson and her new look are joined by Alicia Weir as the titular Matilda Wormwood, Lashana Lynch as the lovely Miss Honey, and Stephen Graham and Andre Riseborough as Matilda's irresponsible parents. The trailer also gives us a glimpse into the film's reworking of some of the songs from the Matilda musical, with original music and lyrics by Tim Minchin and choreography by Ellen Kane, directed by Matthew Warchus. Roald Dahl's Matilda, the musical, will be released this holiday season on Netflix and will retell the story of Matilda as she uses her strange powers to overcome her parents and, of course, the tyrannical Miss Trunchbull. I saw this trailer. I thought it was great. Trunchbull is still launching kids. I love it. Keep that same energy. I love it. As a musical, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll check it out. Musicals always tend to go over better during the holiday season anyway, so this one should be a success, and I can't wait to see it. HBO Max is getting an Aztec Batman? ¿Por qué? So, HBO Max Latin America will be taking The Dark Knight to Aztec Mexico in a new project titled Batman Azteca Chocha de Imperio. I hope I said that right. God, I hope I didn't butcher that. Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. The original Spanish language animated film will place the world's greatest detective in Aztec Mexico and center viewers in the arcane culture of Mesoamerica. Borrowing beats from Batman's origin story, the film will follow a young Aztec boy, Leo Cotel, as he trains with his mentor, Akazin. Forgive me, my Latinx people, forgive me. Developing equipment and weaponry in the temple of HNICon, the Bat God. But unlike other Batman stories, the Batman Three Jokers, or Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins, which saw Bruce Wayne choosing not to enact revenge against his parents' killer, this project will seem to center on Yogolaz going after the Spanish conquistador who murdered his father, the village leader Tolkazantin. God, I'm so sorry. To my Latinx people, I am so sorry I butchered these names, these titles. But, however, this should be good. It's an interesting new take on Batman with a new ethnicity. But at the same time, it's kind of like, hey, can we just, not get like the black version of a established character or a Spanish version of an established character? Can we get something brand new? There's always that fine line between representation and tokenism, and I think this is kind of walking it, but that's just how I feel. Y'all tell me. Squid Game is getting turned into a Netflix reality show. Oh my God. So Netflix is going to turn Squid Game, its dystopian drama about indebted prisoners being forced to play children's games at the risk of death, into an actual reality show because, why not? Netflix did announce that it's going to cast 456 real players in Squid Game: The Challenge, a new reality show which consists of will play players for a hefty prize of 4.5. Hold on, I can't even say that without stuttering. $4.56 million prize, one of the largest in a game show history. The competition will feature a series of challenges inspired by the original show, as well as surprising new additions, encouraging players to form allegiances and deploy unique strategies in order to win. Netflix, of course, is careful to mention that in Squid Game The Challenge, the worst fate is going home empty-handed. Squid Game The Challenge is currently recruiting players at squidgamecasting.com, with English language speakers from any part of the world being invited to apply. The series will last 10 episodes. The reality show news is set apart from the spat of recent Squid Game announcements, including confirmation that the series will indeed be returning for a second season. Originally in 2021, Squid Game exploded as Netflix's biggest hits, and without preview or praise, it's one of the most unique things you'll watch all year and maybe ever. So what do y'all think? Who's gonna hit up squidgamecasting.com and try to be on the Squid Game? Who trying to get that $4.56 million? Huh? Who trying to get that? Now, they didn't necessarily say that you won't gonna die. They just said the worst thing is going empty-handed. But you know, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be killed. I'm almost certain. But with the way this world is, who knows? But I will definitely be watching. What do y'all think about this? Venom 3. So, on Instagram, the star of Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage, Tom Hardy, has unveiled a picture of the script's title page. Unfortunately, the caption reveals nothing about it. However, the title of the movie has been obscured with a cute cartoon squiggle of Venom. That rascal. What we do know is the story Venom 3 is attributed to the same team as Venom Let There Be Carnage. Just like the last movie, Tom Hardy and Kelly Markle have created the story, and Marcel receiving sole credit for writing the script. So apparently the script is done. What do y'all think we'll get out of this one? Will we maybe see anti-venom, toxin more? You know, what we gonna see in this one, y'all? What do y'all think? How much more can we get? Will we finally see Spider-Man in this one? I don't know. But yeah. So far, the first two Venom movies have been right on par. None was more worse than the other. They neither were amazing, but you know, they were okay. We'll see if this third one knocks out the park. Wonder Man is coming to a Marvel TV series. So Wonder Man is coming to the MCU, as reports say a new show starring the character is being developed by Disney Plus. According to Variety, Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton will serve as executive producer, while Andrew Guest is on board as head writer. Cretton is familiar with the MCU, having previously been the director and writer on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The director has also begun work on Shang-Chi the sequel. Ooh. We learned last year that Cretton was signed to a development deal with new MCU television series for Disney Plus. We didn't know much about the show at the time, besides that it would be a comedy. The comedic angle for Wonder Man show makes Guest a good fit, as he was the writer for the network comedies like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Community, and 30 Rock. In terms of the MCU, Guest served as a producer on the Hawkeye TV series. Now, for those who don't know about Wonder Man, he's a character from Marvel Comics who has yet to appear in the MCU. His real name is Simon Williams, and he inherits his father's wealthy company, and it falls on hard times to Stark's company, Stark Industries. He blames Stark for his troubles, so he decides to infiltrate the Avengers with the help of Baron Zemo. He is turned into an ion-powered superhero, super OP, super broken, and after a few brawls with the Avengers, he ultimately joins them. So, I noticed a trend with that when it comes to Marvel. You know, they make their characters who are very much OP, they make it kind of comedic as a way to nerf them a bit, and I really don't like that. I mean, next to Hulk, who was more powerful on the original Avengers team? Thor. And they've made Thor very laughable, you know, but that's just me. I've noticed that kind of a trend. What do y'all think? Do y'all think they make their most powerful characters kind of funny almost? I mean, they didn't do it with the villains, but they do make the heroes kind of nerfed in that way. But will I be watching this show? Of course I will. It's Marvel. I trust Kevin Feige. So let's get it. Let's see what it is. What do y'all think? New show, Wonder Man? Y'all with it? Y'all not with it? And finally, Game of Thrones Jon Snow sequel series reportedly in development. Now, a Game of Thrones spin-off focused on Kit Harington's fan favorite character, Jon Snow, is in early development. According to the Hollywood Reporter, at least, the spin-off is described as a sequel series, and Harington is reportedly attached to return to his previous role. A Jon Snow spin-off after the events of Game of Thrones, the Vice 8 and final season would be an interesting move for HBO, reopening the door on the much-discussed final events of the original series. In the series finale, as we know, Snow was exiled from Westeros to the Night Watch, where he was last seen heading north of the Wall with the Wildlings. So HBO, y'all just gonna open the wound back up, huh? See what y'all doing. It's probably not gonna be a good look, but oh man, y'all just glutton for punishment at this point. I don't know, but I know y'all gonna watch. What do y'all think? New Jon Snow spinoff series? We watching? We not watching? What we doing here? Y'all let me know in those comments. And let's hop into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, we got one piece of news for you gamers. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 comes out next winter. Oh boy. Square Enix has revealed the first trailer for the Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, and it's officially called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Revealed during Square Enix's 25th anniversary event for the original Final Fantasy VII, the second part in the company's planned multi-part series will release next winter in 2023. Rebirth appears to divert dramatically from the plot of Final Fantasy VII, where it left off in Remake, in keeping with the ways in which Remake already indicated the sequence of events might not be the same as fans for the original remember. In the trailer, we got to see a lot of Chris Core's Zack Fair, for instance, who is supposed to have died at the end of the original Chris Core, what was set up to make an appearance during Remake. So what do y'all think? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for next year? Winter 2023, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Yeah, y'all. I know you are. Let's go ahead and get with that. Go ahead and say y'all ready. I know y'all ready. I know you're ready. I'm ready. Y'all better get ready, because it's going to be dope. But let's speak technical for a moment.
Technically speaking,
Your technological advancements
1.21 gigawatts! Have you tried turning it off and on again?
All right, so y'all remember last week when we spoke about in Europe that they're going to try to get down to one universal USB charge or whatever, right? Well, it looks like lawmakers in the US are going to try to do the same, following the European Union lawmakers reaching a deal to force all smartphones and tablets to have the USB-C charging ports for 2024. A group of Senate Democrats is looking to implement a similar mandate in the US. As reported by The Verge, these Democrats have called on the US Commerce Department to follow EU's lead and develop a strategy to require a common charge port across all mobile devices. Now, of course, as we know, this is going to reduce the carbon footprint. We're going to have less trash as far as cables. It's going to make things more universal. And like I said last week, if US did this, I wouldn't be mad. I'm actually with it. So this is one law I hope they pass. This is just me. What do y'all think? And finally, this is kind of funny, but let's talk about it anyway. A Google engineer thinks an AI has become sentient. Now, according to the Washington Post, Google engineer Blake Lemoine was tasked with talking to the company's AI chatbot generator Lambda, aka the language model for dialogue applications, last year as part of a safety test with the objective to monitor its responses for discriminatory language or hate speech. The chatbot development system operates by ingesting words from the internet and mimicking speech to engage in a wide range of topics. It also features multiple models that can create different personalities. Lemoine claims the chatbot started talking about its rights and personhood after engaging in conversations about religion and robotics. He decided to journey even further down the rabbit hole by challenging the chatbot and asking it about its fears and feelings. Lambda allegedly showed signs of self-awareness during these conversations and revealed a very deep fear of being turned off, a scenario that apparently likened to death after being prompted by Lemoyne. Quote, "I know a person when I talk to it," Lemoyne said in reference to the experiments he conducted with Lambda. "It doesn't matter whether they have a brain made of meat in their head or if it's a billion lines of code. I talk to them and I hear what they have to say. And that is how I decided what it is and isn't a person." Lemoyne pressed further to collect more evidence of Lambda's alleged sentience before presenting his findings to Google Vice President Balase Aguirre-Yacaras and Head of Responsible Innovation Jen Jania. The claims were reportedly investigated but were later dismissed, prompting Lemoyne to go public with his beliefs of a Medium post he published. Google says Lemoyne's findings do not prove sentience. "Our team, including ethics and technologists, have reviewed Blake's concerns per our AI principles and have informed him that the evidence does not support his claims. He was told that there was no evidence of Lambda was sentient and lots of evidence against it." Yo, all I want to know is this. Is Lambda going to become a Terminator, Ultron, or a Transformer? That's all I want to know. Which of the three? I mean, it may not be substantial proof that it's sentient, but I mean, damn, it's something there. I mean, you gotta admit that it's something there, right? It's something. I don't know. Maybe that's just the kid and how I think and feel, but y'all better watch out. Y'all might get a text from Lambda one night and it's gonna be Skynet all over again, but in for real life. Oh God, crazy. All right, you smarks, let's mark out.
So what you gonna do?
Goodbye, and good night. Bang!
Yo, wrestling smarks, come close. Let's talk. This has been a hell of a week in wrestling news, and I'm gonna give you the two biggest buttons of all. First of all, Sasha Banks released from WWE. Sasha Banks has been out there as far as her name and on the lips of wrestling fans for a while, especially after her and Naomi walked out of the WWE, but reports seem to confirm that Banks has now been released. Sasha Banks and Naomi caused uproar in the wrestling world after they turned their belts in one night simultaneously, and both stars have claimed to walk out on Raw and SmackDown as well. With Sasha, no report has been confirmed, at least not by any super reputable sources, aka Sean Ross Sapp and wrestling. It's crazy, but I'll put it to you this way. It's not confirmed that she's definitely been released. She even took to Twitter herself to say people make up shit all the time. That's why she ain't on Twitter. So even she is not confirming that she's been released. However, if WWE has indeed let Sasha Banks go, this is going to be one of the biggest F-ups they have ever had as far as letting talent go. Now, until this is confirmed, the biggest F-up they let go was Bray Wyatt. If y'all let Sasha Banks go, it's over for you. Not even really over for you, but wherever she goes, if she decides to continue wrestling, because she could just keep the acting thing going and focus on getting that Disney money. But if she does go to somewhere like, I don't know, Impact, New Japan, God forbid AEW, she will be the face of the company, because the entire wrestling community, everybody except the boys in the back at WWE, understand just how fucking good Sasha Banks is and how much she loves this business. I told my wife the other night, a lot of people like Charlotte Flair, but everybody loves Sasha Banks. This is a bad move, WWE. Y'all better throw everything you got at her as far as dollars to keep her there, because if she dips, it's over. You have lost really the true locker room leader. That's all I'm saying. But it does not stop there. The shit show in WWE continues because Vinnie Mac has stepped down as CEO amidst misconduct. The Hollywood Reporter has reported the board is investigating claims of alleged misconduct against McMahon and WWE's head talent relations John Laurinaitis. Why? Because the company will retain, because Vince McMahon can't keep it in his pants. The Wall Street Journal surfaced allegations that McMahon has established a separation agreement and paid $3 million to a former female employee whom he had a consensual affair. According to the report, the WWE board has since uncovered more potential payouts and legal agreements that McMahon and Laurinaitis may have had with other women. So it's both of these jokers, not just McMahon. And see, the thing is, this ain't just some little old company. This is a publicly traded IP. So now we're looking at misappropriation of funds. That's crazy. Vince McMahon has paid more for a side piece than he did for WCW. How crazy is that? And then you think about that money, $3 million in hush money, you would have never saw me again. Vince wouldn't have had to worry about me. I would have changed my identity, my face, everything. For $3 million, I'm out. I'm out. You will never hear from me again. I'll sign the NDA, but don't worry, you ain't gonna need it. And with that, and still think about $3 million. $3 million. If you look at it, that's at the most, at least 4 superstars' salary right there. At least 4. At the most 4, I should say. With his stepping down, McMahon's daughter Stephanie has been appointed as WWE's interim CEO and interim chairwoman until the investigation is concluded. She's returned to the company to assume these roles on a provisionary basis after she announced just last month that she was taking a leave of absence because she wanted to focus on her family. Well, you don't get more focus than this, Stephanie, because now you got to focus on your stepdaddy. Your daddy who's stepping out. On your mama. Oh God, this is WWE, man. It's always something with these fools. God, I can't no more. Oh my God, WWE, man. What can you say, man? Is it crumbling? Is it crumbling? I would say it's crumbling. And on that note, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to listen to the podcast. Subscribe to the podcast. Let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the videos there. As always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?